My friend, it's not that the watch is expensive, it's that you don't earn much, but don't worry, you're not alone, okay? Everyone in this country is in the same boat, the underpaid boat. There have been a lot of comparison videos spreading on the internet, especially from people who live abroad. People who are there walking through supermarkets, walking into a car dealership, and then they say, look, this car costs this much here. In Brazil, you can buy a certain car. Here, you can buy a Porsche. In Brazil, you can only buy a wheelbarrow. People at the supermarket say, look, with this many euros, you can buy this, and it's the same in our field, in the watch business. How much do you have to work to buy a watch here in Brazil? And how much do you have to work in the United States, which is a very strong market, the main watch market in the world? How much do you have to work there to buy the same watch? Shall we use the same standard? If you take, for example, an employee at a fast food chain here in Brazil, who earns about 10 reais per hour, being generous, 10 reais per hour, and compare the same employee who had the same training and does exactly the same thing over there in the United States, and there he earns between $12 and $15 per hour, and we're going to use the lower number here, $12. For this comparison, that's when you see things really get ugly. Just so you have an idea, a Rolex Submariner costs 96,000 reais here in Brazil. The same watch over there in the United States with taxes costs $10,650, $10,653. For the employee to work and buy his Submariner, he has to work 837 hours. Here in Brazil, the guy doing exactly the same thing with the same training, he needs to work 10,105 hours. It's more than 10 times 12, almost 13 times more to be able to buy the same watch. Shall we use another Rolex for comparison? The Rolex Oyster Perpetual 36 entry-level Rolex, a watch that in the United States costs $6,750. And here in Brazil, it costs 56,800 reais. Our dear friend from the fast food chain needs to work in the United States for 562 hours to buy his Oyster Perpetual, which is about 23 straight days. Here in Brazil, our friend needs to work 5,978 hours, or 250 days, more than 10 times the work to get exactly the same watch. Shall we use a cheaper example? Let's use the little Seiko 5. A watch that in the United States costs about $221. With 17 hours of work, they can already take the Seiko 5 home. The same guy here in Brazil needs to work 210 hours to pay $1,999, which is the average price of the Seiko 5 here in Brazil. Wow, the difference is huge, right? We have that endless tax burden, the so-called Brazil cost. What do you think about that? Leave your thoughts in the comment section.